Hi! This is the third time that we've done the Clone Games theme here on Cartridge Blowers. The other two times, I started with a bit about how I'm a clone, and honestly, by this point, the joke is kind of a bit worn out. Plus, the person who made those jokes is dead, and I've fully taken their place in their life by this point, so I think we'll just go ahead and move on. This week, we played Clone Games. Nikki very quickly realizes the value of giant cosmic ostriches in atomic battle dragons. Cody gives me a reason to say the amazing name of Gillius Thunderhead. Gillius Thunderhead. In Golden Axe Warrior. And I make a little girl clean up a pile of rats, which is why I'm unfit for parenthood, in Blossom Tales. All this and single-player Mario Party. Sad or saddest? It's Cartridge Blowers, episode 138. Wrong warping to the title screen. Yeah, you guys missed the end of our entire clone trilogy, actually, off screen. It was very dramatic. Nikki held the real Matt and me at gunpoint and asked us questions that only the real Matt would know. And then she shot the real Matt. And then she shot Cody. He was just kind of sitting there. I think Nikki's awesome.
YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, starring Cody Coleman, Nikki Wright, Matt Crua, and no one else. Cartridge Blowers. Hello everybody, and welcome to YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, the show where we give video games a second chance to make a first impression. I'm Cody Coleman, with me as always Nikki Wright.
Hello.
And Matthew Crua.
What up?
Man, you look serious.
Listen, video games are serious business these days.
That's true. Man. Yeah, you know, it's everyone's
now that
life.
I've gotten into esports, I quit my job.
Was that a good decision?
No, because I'm not good at any particular competitive games.
Okay.
But I've decided to still pursue it professionally.
First time to play Overwatch was on the circuit.
I'm not doing Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured that was crowded. League of Legends, pretty crowded. Most fighting games, pretty crowded. So I decided I was going to do competitive Dr. Mario.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not a scene for that.
No, I would imagine not.
There's definitely not people offering money. So if you guys want to, I don't know, start a GoFundMe for my life.
Sure, visit Matt's GoFundMe for his Dr.
Mario career.
Yes, yeah. We have a Patreon every time he beats a level. It's $5.
They're going to call me Dr. Mario.
No one's going to do that. This is the show where in the second half we play video games based around a theme, and this week the theme is basically rip-offs, clone games, games that are pretty much another game, riding on some coattails and whatnot. So yeah, that's what you have to look forward to in the second half, but until we get there, we're going to talk about some other stuff. So if you're watching on YouTube, as you can every other Friday, you can watch the edited version on YouTube, youtube.com/YNINpod. You can skip ahead by clicking on the timestamp in the description below. But if you're watching us live, as you can all the other Fridays, you're just going to have to listen to us talk here on twitch.tv/cartridgeblowers. Let's make those things pop up in the corner there, shall we?
Whoa!
Oh,
wow.
Man, it's amazing.
This must be that movie magic I heard.
I don't know if I'm looking in the right corner. I
You're,
never do.
You're not. It's the bottom corner.
Shit! Fuck!
Other one.
Yes.
There are two bottom corners. Whoa.
Oh, man, you don't even know. It's all right. They're gone now. Everything is safe once more. Yeah. So join us live every other Friday. Subscribe or follow us on twitch.tv/cartridgeblowers.
You'll be glad you did.
Talk to us in the chat. It'll be great. But before we get around to playing those video games, Matt, Nikki, me, did we play anything worth talking about?
I did.
You did. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks since we last did a show.
Yeah.
And in that meantime, I played Marvel's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. So you had ordered it, but you hadn't gotten it yet, I believe.
Yeah. So I think when we did our last show, it was installing on the PS4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
So
right. Yeah,
I
it was like
bought it from
15 hours.
Amazon, and then I got really impatient, and I bought the digital version. I ended up returning the Amazon one, and it took a long time to install. But and I mean, a lot of that was due to me not really playing the PlayStation 4 ever.
That's
I don't
true.
love the system. I don't. It's fine. The only game I've played 2 games on it, FF15 and Until Dawn, and this is the first game I played on it, certainly in a year and a half. So,
Nice.
and I use it more than the person who owns it. So,
Wow. Okay. So it's really gathering dust.
but Marvel's Spider-Man, you got to call it that. Is the full name is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Okay.
Y'all ever play any of them Spider-Mans?
Yeah, I played a couple.
I played Spider-Man's on the show.
Yeah, you
That's
did play
true.
a couple Spider-Mans.
As did I.
Yeah. A lot of the Spider-Mans aren't great.
Yeah, most of them are pretty bad.
Most of them are pretty bad. I would say most people, when they were looking for a good Spider-Man, they would go to Spider-Man 2, based on the film.
For the PlayStation 2?
For the PlayStation 2, and
Yep.
I think there was a GameCube and Xbox version, like original Xbox, and that's a fantastic game. And a lot of what made that game so good is how good the web swinging felt. It was the first game that basically the guy who made the web swinging engine was like, why aren't these webs actually sticking to anything? Like, he's just like swinging from space. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And so they made this physics engine where the webs were sticking to walls, and you swung.
Swing.
Swung.
You swing.
Swing.
You swinged through the city, based on like the buildings. And so, like, if you're going through Central Park, you're swinging low because there's only trees, etc., etc., etc. This is a modern take on that same thing, which is to say, the swinging feels real damn good.
Awesome.
And if that's all you care about in a Spider-Man game, which for me, that was kind of all I really cared about, then this game's for you. If you care about other things like combat or graphics or story, this game is also for you.
Oh, wow.
It is
Okay,
very
cool.
good. So, like, to go through those things in order, combat is like Batman Arkham style combat.
Oh, nice.
You're fighting big groups of enemies.
That's cool.
But your spider sense will go off, and you're going back and forth. There are a lot of different gadgets that you're kind of switching between, though some are way more useful than others. Obviously, you've got your webs, but the other gadgets can run out of ammo. So, like, stuff like impact webbing, or you have a spider drone, or there's a thing that can make your punches electric, stuff like that. And so the combat is pretty varied. A lot of it involves like popping enemies up in the air, jumping up, punch, throw them somewhere, maybe web someone to the ground while you're webbing a gun out of someone else's hands. And you're doing all this at the same time, and it feels real good. You feel powerful from the beginning of the game, and you only get more powerful. But so do the enemies. I would say, like, the punches, like, they feel like they connect. There's an oomph there. And like some of it is just like, I don't know, if Spider-Man was doing that to people, I think they'd die.
Yeah.
Like punching a dude in the air and then juggling him with punches while you're in the air. Like, I think that kills a man. I think he's just impacting your rib cage into your stomach there at that point. But also, like, you have a lot of control, and there's a lot of fun things to do. I really enjoy tackling groups of enemies stealth style, because that's a perfectly suitable option of play. Coming from the rooftops and then like getting the guys who are on the outside of their patrol and like webbing them up from the ground and webbing them to the side of buildings. You can punch people off the side of a rooftop, and
that definitely kills people.
No, because Spider-Man doesn't murder in this game, and so like they assume Spider-Man had like a web trap set up, and they get webbed to a wall. But like, if they're webbed to a wall, like on top of the Empire State Building, like that web's gonna dissolve and they're gonna die.
Yeah, like it only lasted like an hour or something.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the combat is really, it's fluid and fun, and it never really got old for me.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess I should at this point say I guess it's called, I platinumed the game. I got a platinum
Is that like
trophy.
100%?
I 100%ed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Did everything.
So you got every costume, every police mission.
Yeah, I beat everything.
Okay.
It is like it held my attention. There's a lot of things to do in the game because you're basically got the island of Manhattan. All right, not the entirety of New York, but the island of Manhattan. But it's pretty dense, pretty big, and like you can move through it pretty fast because swinging can get really fast. Though you can also fast travel, which is funny because the fast traveling basically gives you cutscenes where Spider-Man rides the subway. And people are like looking at him up from their newspapers, like, "What the fuck? It's Spider-Man." And like, it's really funny when you go through all the different costumes, of which there are many. There's one costume that I kind of hate, but it's fun to get on the subway with, where it's a Spider-Man Ghost Rider hybrid, and his skull's on fire, and it's a good time. It's pretty funny. So yeah, the combat is great, movement is great. Graphics are super pretty. There was in some of the cutscenes I was watching, like I was looking. There's a scene where early in the game where Peter and Mary Jane are talking, and they've broken up like 8 months beforehand, and like obviously they still like each other and they want to get back together, but they can't. Blah 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 blah. And like you can see like the model for Mary Jane, like her eyes are tearing up, but she's not crying. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen that in a
wow. That's probably really hard to do.
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't think I've ever seen that in a video game cutscene before. It was really good. The like animations are very good. And I mean, like when you beat up a bad guy, they ragdoll, and that's always fun. They're like the swing feels really good. Like it looks good as far as visuals, and the city is pretty, especially because you're through it at different times of day. The storyline takes you through 2 full day-night cycles, and like the city looks almost completely different at sunset as it does at night. Obviously, at post game you can change the time of day to your will, to your whim. And
Spider God.
Yeah, you're basically Spider God. And yeah, so it's very pretty. At one point, I unlocked a suit that was the comic book Spider-Man suit. Basically, it's kind of this cel-shaded, cartoony-looking one, and it made the city like look like photographs in comparison. Like,
oh, really?
Like for some reason, it was just the juxtaposition of this cel-shaded Spider-Man going through this realistic rendered city, and I was like, "Oh my god, this looks crazy!" It's a sight to behold. It's a very, very, very pretty game. And then lastly, the story. It's not an origin story. This is Spider-Man. He's been Spider-Man for like 10 years at this point.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I never need to see that again.
Exactly. But I mean, it's also it's its own continuity. So I mean, like at the beginning of the game, Peter has a job with Dr. Otto Octavius, who is not Dr. Octopus. I don't know if he'll become Dr. Octopus over the course of the game. I can't tell you. Who would have ever thought? Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, and I mean, Norman Osborn is mayor of New York, and he's basically Donald Trump. It's kind of crazy. Like the model is Trumpian.
Okay,
and that it fits with
right. Yeah,
sure.
And Peter's just like, I don't know, down on his luck. There's it's your normal thing. You've got a bunch of different enemies to fight. You start with the Kingpin. And work your way through Mr. Negative. The Sinister Six eventually shows up. I guess that's a spoiler technically, but
whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I feel like it's telegraphed who the main final boss of the game is. I think I even telegraphed it in my conversation just now. But okay. It's the storyline is riveting. There's an ending there that is just, I think, pretty powerful in a lot of ways. And they do some things you don't expect them to do.
Really?
And the recasting of different characters works really well. Mary Jane's a reporter in this continuity. and there are missions where you play as Mary Jane. Miles Morales is in the game, depowered, and he doesn't have powers yet, and so you play kind of as him. There's a lot of Miles's origin in the game, and you also play as Aunt May, and she does a lot of martial arts action.
Wait, what?
Andy asks,
Yeah.
is she a bit Lois Laney though?
I would say Mary Jane does come off a bit as Lois Laney. Yeah. Depends on which Lois Lane you're thinking of. Like, I think the public
Gosh,
consciousness.
push up your nerd glasses already.
Well, I think the public consciousness of Lois Lane is the character who is always getting saved, and the Mary Jane in this game is more like the modern Lois Lane, who is a go-getter, and she's like, I don't need to be saved. I can do my own shit, and I can help. That's a lot of her narrative in this game, is she wants to be Spider-Man's partner. And yeah, like Aunt May has a really good narrative. Peter obviously has a great narrative. Octopus's narrative is really fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, his story is really good. There's a lot of cameos. You can go through, and I mean, like, Avengers Tower is right in the middle of New York. It's really can't miss
just
it.
like the real New York.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's the real New York. Like, there's a lot of real life locations that are juxtaposed with like Marvel locations that have been tossed in. So like, yeah, I can go to the UN headquarters, and then right down the street is the Wakandan embassy. And so,
Cool.
They kind of fit all that stuff in. And like that kind of fits in with a lot of the collectible stuff, where you can go and you take photographs and you unlock tokens that can let you unlock costumes or unlock moves or unlock, because there's like multiple skill trees to go through. It is a deep game, but
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. It took me about a week and a half, 2 weeks to 100% it.
Okay.
But there's DLC on the way. There's a pack dropping October, one in November, one in December. First one deals with the Black Cat. And I'm excited. What you been playing, Cody?
So I haven't played much new. However, I beat Golf Story.
Congratulations.
So that was a lot of fun. So Golf Story done. The end of the story is okay. But really,
Are you looking for an emotional golf story ending?
Right, like, what were you expecting out of a title called Golf Story?
Yeah, I mean it was funny. The whole game's funny.
The main character dies. He sacrifices himself for Tiger Woods.
How did you know? No, it was funny. It was good. The gameplay through the whole thing is very good.
Yeah.
And then I played. I beat the game Little Nightmares, which I started playing ages ago, and have been talking about. And that game is creepy as fuck. It's very very creepy, and like. The story is told very subtly with just visual cues. Like, there's no dialogue throughout the whole thing. There's really not any cinematic, so to speak. You are to pick up things as you go, yet it still manages to have moments in the game that are incredibly creepy, if not downright disturbing, and completely fucked up. And then I played the DLC, and things got even more that. So, and the DLC, it does not take super long to beat. I set maybe 2.5, 3 hours to beat the whole DLC. It was not bad. So if you have time and money to pick it up, I think it's like $15 on Steam. You can get it on Switch now as well. It's great. It's really great. And probably going to be seeing that a couple episodes from now. Some of my footage. So just, stay tuned. And then I also beat the story mode of Captain Toad.
Damn, you've been busy.
I have. Yeah. Luckily, I don't get a lot of TV time to play games, but my wife was really excited to watch me play Little Nightmares, so it was a thing we all enjoyed. But Captain Toad, I mostly played handheld, and it was a lot of fun. I'm going through the Mario Odyssey levels right now, the stuff that came with the Switch version. And they're all really clever, cute puzzles. None of it's, I would say, really hard in terms of figuring out. Like, if you want to...
Is any part of Captain Toad hard?
No, it's not. Yeah. Captain Toad is pretty easy. It gets a little bit more difficult if you try to collect all the gems and do all of the missions, which I did do. And then there is the Pixel Toad, find the Pixel Toad missions, which I did, but they're mostly annoying. If you don't feel the need to 100% the game, if you don't have OCD about that kind of thing, like I do most of the time, don't waste your time. It's pretty boring. But yeah, other than that, the rest of it's really good. Highly recommend it. I mean, it's a Nintendo game. I tend to like the first party titles. And that's pretty much it.
The Nintendo makes them good games for some reason.
Yeah, it's real surprising, but yeah.
They're good at it.
That's it. I think that's all we have for that. Let's talk about some games coming out. October 5th, for the Nintendo Switch, we are getting Super Mario Party.
Hell yeah.
Which I love the Mario Party franchise. I know it's one that maybe not everyone enjoys.
So hold on. I'm going to put you on blast now.
Sure.
So now that we're live. So before we started this chat, I want you to know that Cody said he was disappointed that Super Mario Party does not have a handheld mode. Yes. And I was confused because why would you even need that? I guess maybe you're playing ad hoc multiplayer. I don't know. But Cody revealed that he wanted to play Super Mario Party single player.
I do, because I'm going to want to be able to play. Now, I want to play it multiplayer, obviously. But
Nikki's reaction is very good.
Hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
What?
So the opportunities that I will have to actually play multiplayer are very low, but I'm still going to want to play the game.
You goon.
So I will play the single player story, but without a handheld mode, that's actually less likely.
Story mode.
Yeah.
It's Mario Party.
There's a single player story mode. Well, barely a story mode in every Mario Party game.
It's like you play the board games and you.
The story is thus. Oh no, there's a problem at the end of this board that we're all magically on. We need to get to the end, and whoever has the most stars wins.
Right, pretty much, yeah. But you gotta, like, make the stars happy or something. I don't know.
Fuck, Cody.
Okay.
I obviously don't care about the story mode. I just want to be able to play when no one will talk to me.
Care Bears movies. Play the game.
You make a good point. But again, the story does not matter. Right. And my wife doesn't want to play video games very frequently.
Everyone hates Mario Party. I'm sure she could play that.
What?
Did I say hates? Oops, I mean loves. Loves Mario Party.
Okay, I was confused for a moment. Yeah. Well, and if she wants to play, then we will play, because obviously multiplayer is where it's at.
Afterwards, because that's how Mario Party works.
Yeah. I'm excited about Goomba, because I love Goomba, and you can play as him. I do.
Playing Mario Party single player, no offense to those out there watching, is the saddest thing I've ever heard. Cody,
all right, fuck you. What else do you like about Super Mario Party?
Move here and we'll hang out. I'll play it.
Sure.
Super Mario Party looks to be really good. It's a return to form. There's no I didn't hate all the players in the same car thing, but this is a return to everybody moves around freely on the board. I've heard the mini games are really good. I've been trying to keep myself not.
Aren't they mostly all new?
Yeah, I've been trying to keep myself relatively unspoiled. So. I don't know too much about it, but I hear it's good. Early impressions are good.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then also Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So if you're into the Assassin's Creed series, which
I'm not.
Matt is not, but he seems pretty interested.
So all I really want to talk about was it's a free roaming game through ancient Greece, which is a pretty cool idea. But I've watched a video where someone climbed the Colossus of Rhodes, and you can climb stuff like in Breath of the Wild. And
that's cool. So you can climb everything.
Yeah. But then they climbed the Colossus of Rhodes and they climbed at the front of it and they hung off its dick. They were just like grabbing on with one arm, just like, whoa, hanging off the end of the Colossus of Rhodes penis. And that's pretty fun.
Okay, cool. I'm glad that made their promotional materials.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So thank you for adding that one in for me.
You're welcome. Speaking of it's already, we're about 30 minutes into the show, so why don't we start playing some video games?
Let's do it.
All right. So, like I said at the beginning of the episode, this week the theme is clone games, rip-offs, games that are pretty much another game. And first up, we have Nikki.
That's me.
That's
Cool.
you.
So I played a game called Atomic Battle Dragons.
That's
Holy
awesome.
Piss. What? That game sounds awesome.
Doesn't it sound awesome?
I love ABD.
I loved the idea of ABD.
Okay.
But I strongly suspect that I'll be winning the Shit Game of the Week award.
Oh my.
Oh, no.
This game is based off of the 1982 game Joust,
Okay.
where instead of jousting on ostriches, you're jousting on dragons, man.
Atomic Battle Dragons.
It was released in 2005 by Isotope 244.
For some reason, jousting on top of dragons makes more sense.
Right?
Then
Yeah.
Cosmic Ostriches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Anything else? Or should we start watching?
I don't know what the music sounds like, if there's any music.
Okay.
So,
Let's give it a watch.
yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's some music.
Oh, yes, there is.
Your minions have killed our people for the last time. That dragon looks like he's made of bricks.
It does.
And his name is Bricko. You have made it this far, but you are a fool to think you can. William raised his lance and struck Belzom with a mighty blow. But it was. Why is there a story?
Right?
Who the fuck knows?
To joust 2.
Wait, is there a story to Joust?
I guess there is a joust 2. I don't know.
I mean,
And
I don't-
dragon? That dragon just wants to eat some dudes.
This is a pretty, like.
It's
I don't
so
know.
dumb, you guys.
It's kind of long. This is
Yeah.
kind of a long story.
What remained of the kingdom's party returned to the castle badly wounded and sad, and they told of the battle of William's demise. Oh no.
But all
Oh.
hope is not lost. Who cares?
Oh my god.
Do you
can't
ever
skip
do you
this
ever
one.
play a game or do you just read it?
You get there.
What system is this for?
PC.
Oh, it's for anime. It's anime.
But I think it's also for mobile.
What?
Really?
Because when I was tinkering with the settings, it was asking me, like, you know, how do you want to control it? And several of the options were for tapping the screen.
Okay.
I'm trying to read this dialogue, and at one point, Lord Kane there goes, "No, he was my brother." Ooh, keyboard controls. This looks good.
Ooh boy. Oh wow, this,
So,
this
So, I mean, I'm
is
not gonna
joust.
lie, I'm kind of garbage at this game,
Sure.
but I also didn't really care.
Cool.
But by the time I got to the gameplay, I was like, I'm kind of over this.
What is this like? Okay, these Chex Quest looking graphics. Like, what is happening?
Right?
Okay, we get it. Thank
God,
you.
I know
enough
it's,
with
like,
the text.
heavy, and all you do is fucking stomp on people.
Oh
Like
my
I've played
God.
Joust before.
This. What? Why is there fire?
Because that's a dragon spawning.
Okay.
Dragon spawn and fire. Haven't you ever seen a dragon spawn before? Man,
Is that-
this animation is so good.
Yeah, it's real good.
Looks like I
Hey,
don't know.
you just killed 2 guys.
Fuck.
Oh man, you killed the dragon and then stomped on them.
Yeah. Okay, now this looks like you're in the goddamn video zone.
I wish I had been in the fucking video zone.
What a I didn't know they actually made games that look like this. This looks like what, like, I don't know, a movie would tell you a video game looks like
Right?
in the year 2001 with like really bad. Oh shit, you ate that dude.
Oh dude,
That
You seem
rules.
to be,
Now it's Rampage.
you promised that you were bad at this game.
Yeah, you're kicking ass, Nikki.
Yeah.
Well- Give it a minute.
She's gonna beat it. Are you supposed to take the flags?
No, I don't really know what the win conditions are.
It's murder all the guys. But not just their dragons, you have to kill the people too.
There are fucking paragraphs in
It's
between
so annoying.
each goddamn joust. Hey, you know what? Not every classic game was great.
Right?
Joust was fine. It was okay. Balloon Fight's better, and even then, it's not that great. Like, we didn't need a remake of Joust. Oh, 2 hits, great.
But they're iterating on Joust.
Oh
they're
my
taking
God.
the formula and making
Did you read that window, Cody?
No.
You just gained an experience level.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
that guy just jumped the
That-
lava.
I think
So
you
wait.
have a tactic.
So wait, Nikki, there's a leveling system?
Yeah, I guess.
It's the sweet, sweet lava death you so
yeah, I
crave.
guess. Whatever.
I saw the level up. I was like, oh, okay, why does that matter?
Oh. There's so many enemies.
I'm like trying to like ram them with my jousting stick, but that's not as effective as jumping on them. Or letting them kill themselves in the lava.
Yeah, Jesus.
What is that idiot doing?
Bill, get out of there. Okay, there's like a shield there.
I don't know what the shield does, but I figured it was good because it, you know, appears and it seems like a power-up of some
There's
variety.
50% of damage absorbed at the bottom.
Oh, I guess reading all of, like, I stopped caring about any text in this.
Oh, I understand. God.
You
This looks
did
like-
kill that guy's dragon and toss him into the burning drink, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
The graphics in this look like what Tim and Eric would do if they had Pixar. Good job. Level complete. Here's some more story. Holy
Oh,
shit,
we got a
it's
full
fucking
body.
Jim.
Sailor Jim.
Sailor Jim.
It totally does look like Sailor Jim. Amazing.
Oh, wait, what is this?
It's a level where I die a lot.
Now there's
Cool.
not, but there's like one dragon. Everyone else doesn't have dragons.
Those guys look shitty. Those guys look real dumb.
Tim and Eric did a series of TV shows on Adult Swim.
I don't know if Tim and Eric
Here in the
crossed the
States,
pond.
yeah.
So somehow I lost my dragon.
Okay. Get to a flag. I see
Oh,
people
yeah,
dragon
well,
spawn.
I just ran aimlessly around for a while. Cause see those text windows coming up and me just snoping the fuck right out of them?
Yes, smart. I think.
So now it's just time to avoid the dragons.
So I'm like, all right, what do I do? Because I thought
Die.
maybe I needed to go to the other flag, but like, how do you get to that other flag?
You can go around, right?
Shh, I didn't think about that as I was playing it. So I just decided
Never
to
played
die.
Joust?
Huh?
Have you never played Joust?
I've never played Joust.
You're not missing much.
I can tell.
It's
No,
better than this.
you've played pretty much Joust
I mean,
right here.
I was. Oh, by the way, I'm playing a demo. You might notice the buy
Yeah.
now in the bottom.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, no. I don't intend on buying this. It's
How much
like
was it?
$20, and
$20.
off. This
On
is
what,
not a
Steam?
$20 game.
Is this game on Steam?
I don't know.
You can get much better games for like $10, $15.
I downloaded it, or I downloaded the demo directly from the developer.
Okay.
Oh.
You could probably just play Joust for free somewhere.
Probably.
Right.
Just get.
Or go to an arcade. You can play it for $0.25.
I gave you guys you're on my Nintendo family plan. Just play Balloon Fight.
Hey, there
Right.
you go.
So is it here where I decided maybe I'll just see what the game over screen is like, or did I suffer through one more attempt at this?
It looks like the video's almost over.
Spoilers, Cody.
Oh man, I died.
Ah.
And then it
Yes,
just tells me
perished in
that I'll
battle.
recover from my wounds and return to battle, and I don't want to do that.
You don't want to party with Sailor Jim?
No.
I don't blame you. So that game looks not fun.
Yeah,
I-
no, it was bad.
There's not a Steam version of it, but CNET.com gave it a 4.5 out of 5. GameSpot gave it a 7.3 out of 10.
Did they play the same game?
I don't
I mean, it
know.
was 2005.
That's true. Standards were lower.
No,
No,
they weren't. There were good games in 2005.
absolutely. Now, Mew Mew says even Life is Strange is better at 20 pounds.
For sure.
I've never played Life is Strange. I've watched a complete gameplay, and I thought it was pretty compelling. to watch.
Yeah. Also, like you can't like $20 for Joust is ridiculous.
$20. There are so many things you could do with $20 that aren't that game. Just go buy like sandwiches.
Right? Get yourself a real good lunch.
Fill your tank with gas and
Right?
go driving.
And pretend that you're crushing people.
Right.
You don't have to do
Don't actually crush them though. That would be bad.
Go to Target and buy like super soakers and have a war with your friends.
just donate it to like a good cause. If you're out there and you're buying atomic battle dragons, like that's money that could go to cancer research. What is wrong
Right?
with you?
Or at the
Right?
very least, there's like a ditch somewhere that could use it. Like just go throw it in a ditch.
If there's any reason to ignore reviews, agreed, C-Pig. Agreed.
Yeah. All right.
That said, I love this game. Everybody should play it.
Right. You can't trust our reviews either, apparently. Cool.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Game
All
of the
right.
year.
Game of
So,
the year, 2005.
anything else you'd like to say about Atomic Battle Dragons?
Don't play this game. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I played it so you don't have to.
Absolutely. Learn from her mistakes. And now you get to learn from mine.
Oh,
I played a game that there's a gaming series called Golden Axe that Sega puts out, and that's
cool.
it's a big old beat 'em up series. It's been going on for a real long time. Sega has
There's a
it.
character in that series called Gillius Thunderhead.
Yeah,
It was a great name.
yeah.
I want
It's
to name my firstborn son Gillius Thunderhead.
sounds like it should be on DuckTales, but the game the series decided, man, maybe we should take a little bit of a left turn and focus more on a game style that's real hot right now with this The Legend of Zelda. So they took their Golden Axe franchise and made Golden Axe Warrior for the Sega Master System, in which it's pretty much the first Zelda. So why don't we get into watching that game?
In ancient times, a race of ruthless giants rebelled. God, does every game have a fucking story tonight?
I don't know, I skipped it.
Okay. So this is a Sega Master System game, so that normally means it's not good.
Yeah, this also maybe the first Master System game we've had on the show.
Quite possible. Sir? Yeah.
Sure.
Sir Butt.
I was facing a crisis. Death out or attack. And still, okay. Goodbye.
All right, so let's go in this
Did
little
you
house.
speed this up, or is this the game's normal
This is
pacing?
the normal pacing.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah, look at
Whoa.
these faces.
Alan
That is
Moore.
gonna fucking haunt my nightmares.
Right?
What is behind him?
Flashing hell.
Right?
Reptar, yeah, exactly. Look at that too.
Hi, I'm Linda.
You stay in my beds,
I'm Linda. I work at
That's
this.
Weird
over here.
Alley.
right?
Hey, you
So-
want some of this magic oil?
You need horns to be able to pay for them. You
You don't
to
have
go-
enough horns.
Yeah, horns is the currency.
All right.
All right, so time to go get some horns. And here we get our villains, our moblins, I guess, and slimes.
Well, those do look straight up like moblins.
Yep. They're also really difficult to not get hit by. Your shield does a pretty good job, as it does in Zelda. You get it right off the bat here. And so you have to basically be hitting them straight on, and you can't be in the process of attacking. And if you're basically just staring at them because they're pretty, it'll bounce off.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're probably gonna get hit.
Dude, you're getting horns though.
I am getting horns, and that is that. But now I got dead. I became
Okay.
a flashy fairy, and now it's time to go back out.
And they took half your horns.
They took half my horns. Also, one good thing about this is if you clear a map. Also, this is the most frustrating part of this whole game, is it resets itself all the time.
Why?
Because the Master System is shit, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
So, like...
Is your copy broken?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's weird, man. So, like, are you starting over from square one?
Yeah.
Why'd you think this was good and playable?
So,
It's not.
So Capitalist Pig says, I actually own this game for my Sega Master System as a wee lad and beat it.
Heck
All
yeah.
right.
So
Cool.
I think, Cody,
I don't think it holds
your
up.
copy is broken. Or
My copy probably is
discovered how
broken.
to incorrectly do a wrong warp of some variety.
Yeah, you're wrong warping right back to the title screen.
Yeah,
Right?
no, it's probably my copy that I have in my very legitimate Sega Master System.
Oh,
Bread.
shit. Hey, oh. Bread?
I got some bread.
Okay.
It healed me a little bit.
Why bread?
I don't know, slimes eat bread and then they drop it.
You ate out of a slime?
I ate some bread out of a slime. There's another one. I did it
I
again.
don't like that at all.
Slime
I like the
bread.
implication that you can get like a shit ton of health though. Oh my god, it's just straight up an Octorok.
Yeah, right?
Except I think it was the Grinch.
Well, it is an Octorok that hates Christmas.
Music seems okay.
Music's
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. And honestly, this looks kind of pretty for a Master System game.
It's not an unattractive game. It's very hard. It's hard not to get killed by those damn moblins.
This game came out after Legend of Zelda. I'm not shocked.
Wait, what? I thought Zelda was the ripoff of this game.
Right?
Fuck.
Yeah, the difficulty increases very quickly in this game.
Those models with the axes seem messed up, man.
Right? Yeah, they're hard, and I don't know if the shield can block the axes. I was unable to successfully do it. They do. The good thing is if you clear out a field, it stays cleared out until the system resets itself. So,
GamePro magazine gave Golden Axe Warrior a 5 out of 5.
Wow.
wrong.
Let's see.
Like 5 out of 500?
No, out of just 5. You ever seen the GamePro's rating system where it's just a screaming man's face?
No.
Am I the only one who as a kid?
I think I just read GamePro for the cheats.
Okay. that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm just trying to get to new screens at this point before it decides to reset itself again.
CVG magazine in the UK gave us a 42% out of 100.
That sounds more accurate.
A 5 out of 5 for the Sega Master System. I mean,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Well, okay. I did
can
not
buy
play a
that.
lot of Master System games in my day, so... Though I was real excited when we found an unopened one in the back of my video rental store when it went out of business, like 5
Whatever
years
happened
ago.
with that? What'd you do with it?
The boss thought he had a gym hiding in the back, and he's like, oh no, I'm gonna sell this shit. But then we went out of business, and yeah, I have no idea what he did with it.
Oh.
I'm sure he sold it at some point.
I mean, I think you can buy a Sega Master System on eBay for like $20.
Yeah.
But like this
No,
was
this one is
unopened.
pristine.
Oh, mint and box.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's different. That probably did sell for some money.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's still a Master System, and like, end of the day, it wasn't very good.
Genesis was much better.
No.
For sure.
Oh god, for sure, absolutely.
And I mean, am I wrong? Couldn't the Genesis play Master System games? At least the
I don't
Model
know. I'm not sure.
I think it could.
Okay, so it reset itself again, and I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Lord.
I'm done. I'm done trying to find another screen. So, So yeah, it wasn't fun. It was not fun. It was bad. Like, I maybe would have rather played Joust.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hesitate to say that yours is worse than Nikki's.
I agree. I mean, yours at least looks like
It was
could
at least
be fun to
pretty.
play.
Yeah, it looks competent. It just seems like yours was super bugged.
Mine was super bugged, and it's hard. It's real hard not to die, at least early on. So
You apparently needed an adapter to play Master System games on the Genesis. So
okay, right.
I don't know why you would buy that.
I don't
What a
know.
waste of money. Yeah.
All right, that is it for me. Matt, what did you play?
All right. So y'all know that hit game, The Legend of Zelda,
Yeah.
and how people want to be that game real bad.
Right.
A long time ago, they made a game called Golden Axe Warrior, which is pretty much just like Legend of Zelda. And then flash forward 30 years. And they made another one. They made another ripoff of Zelda, finally.
Oh,
Finally,
cool.
finally
I was
someone
waiting.
did it.
Yeah.
I played a game for the Nintendo Switch that I'm trying to. What is the full official name here? I had information pulled up, but it's gone now. I think I accidentally closed the window. It's called Blossom Tales,
Okay.
Oh.
and Blossom Tales is a sort of
Wait,
Zelda.
Zelda Mayim Bialik game. That's
Yeah. It's basically it's about the show
Okay.
Blossom. Here we go. It is from FDG Entertainment. They say explore a vast open game world in a classic action adventure fashion as Lily, Knight of the Rose. It's pretty much a homage to Link to the Past in a lot of ways, as you'll see in the game.
okay. So it's not like the first one, like Golden Warrior.
No. It's more like Link to the Past.
Okay.
It takes place from the point of view of a grandfather telling his two grandchildren a story. And so like the game is narrated by the grandpa, and like as he narrates things, they come into being in the game. It's got a cutesy little pixelated art style. As you'll see in the game, the music's pretty fun. It's an interesting game. FTG Entertainment also, they're making the new Wonder Boy game that's coming out pretty soon that looks pretty good. So they've got an okay track record. So yeah, let's see what they got.
Let's watch it.
All right.
I'm a Mew fan. I did not know that this was that Golden Axe Warrior was in a Sonic collection for some reason. So sorry.
Oh man, that sound is really quiet.
Bump it up.
I did. So yeah, I've got a save file that is started right outside the main character's house, just because they didn't want to sit through the opening cinema, or have you sit through it. But yeah, so this is Blossom Tales, and so Grandpa narrates the Lily pull out of her map, and then it shows you the map, and it tells you how to do the map. So you're Lily. Right now, I don't have any abilities or anything. I don't have any weapons, but I just need to navigate the world and go to where I need to go. But just like in a Zelda game, you can, talk to people. There's a little shop over there. And here we're gonna walk up some stairs to a castle. It's kind of pretty. I don't know. I like it. I like the aesthetic.
No, it's nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously an indie game, right?
Right.
Sure.
This is not what a Link to the Past game would look like now. But yeah, so
I like it though. I think its art style is unique enough, and
yeah, it's almost like an NES art style.
yeah, for sure.
It reminds me of Final Fantasy 1 in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's been knighted as Dame Lily, and then the kid's like, "What's a dame? She should be Sir Lily." And so then he changes what he says. It's kind of cute.
Aw.
And so now Lily has become a knight, and that's just straight up Zelda. I mean, come on.
Right.
Absolutely.
The safety of this kingdom will one day rest on you. Our wizard Crocus will now bless the new knights. And you can tell he's definitely a good guy because he's got a very large sprite that's killable.
Yeah.
He's definitely not a bad person. And so Lily, who's your main character, and is also the name of one of the kids getting told the story, she has become a knight. And so Now I have been charged with going to the basement and killing all the rats. And you can see I've got my weapons equipped up in the top right. I've got a spin attack. It's Zelda, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I've got hearts for my health. I've got a green bar. The green bar is not for magic, though. It is for stamina. And that gets used when we get knocked back and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a Zelda game, so I can pick up pots and throw them against walls and steal money from them. It's great. It's pretty much what you would expect out of a Zelda game, right? So Lily entered the cold dungeon unaware of the dangers that lay ahead.
There's some of those rats. You killed them right away.
I did. I sliced them up. It was pretty great.
Rude.
I mean, even
More
the screen
rats.
transitions are very Zelda.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the sword movement and and all that stuff. Yeah.
And like, there was a part of me that felt bad for including this game because like the theme is I can't open from the back. I open from the front. I got a health potion. The theme of our show this week, of course, is clones and ripoffs, right? And I would consider this maybe more of an I said the word homage.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, there's a fine line when you're actually playing the game between
Yeah.
ripoff and homage.
Oh, I like this. So there's a dungeon with people being held, and I can just kill them through the bars. So Lily became a knight, and then she murdered prisoners. She's a bad person.
Yeah, she is.
And I found out here accidentally there's like a charge attack. So when you're basically you're holding down the sword to do the spin attack, you press A again, and it kind of lets you jump forward with a hard smash attack, which is pretty fun. So there's different combat things available here, though I still wouldn't say the combat's as like tight as Link to the Past. Obviously, Link to the Past is. Oh, I wanted to see if when I fell on it, did the same animation, and it pretty much does.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, we're the tutorial level here. So it's kind of, Grandpa is narrating as I find new actions I can take. So, say I can go up to ledges and then jump down. And that jump down is, like, straight out of Link's Awakening.
Oh, yeah.
Because he does the flip when he does it. And then to do a roundhouse, hold out her sword and release after building enough energy, or perform a jerking strike by slashing during the roundhouse. So... just like with any other Zelda game, it's I can't really like attack diagonally. But 4 directions is really all you need. And here we've got arrows coming through, so I'm just gonna hold out the shield.
There you go.
And I was pretty swift there. Still got hit that time. Kind of got hit from behind, kind of whack, but...
How much is this?
I think this is $15.
Not bad.
Yeah. I mean, they say it's a 15-hour game, so it's $1 per hour,
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
A lot of this reminds me of the opening to Link to the Past. You're kind of going in this dungeon below the castle. And I mean, like, solving very easy puzzles. None of this is difficult. And I don't know that it gets more difficult. I haven't played much farther than this. But I mean, like, it's in a lot of ways a beginner Zelda clone. So I mean, if you're not used to 2D Zeldas, this is a good place to start. Maybe. I mean, I guess a good place to start would be
Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm gonna praise this game, right? I think it's pretty good.
Well, it definitely is the best one we've played so far.
For sure, yeah. I mean, compare it to fucking Atomic Battle Dragons.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I think that first boss in the deepest room of the dungeons, Lily found the source of the noise. It was the King of the Rats. Oh, cute. The dangerous rat. Lily's first real challenge as a knight. Squeaky hee hee, you'll make a fine meal for my children once I blow you to smithereens. He's basically Mouser from Mario 2.
Right.
Man. Yeah. Another mouse with an explosion problem.
Yeah, it seems to be a mouse gimmick.
Yeah.
I
There
like
you
Zelda
go.
too. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Zelda too. So you beat a boss, you get a big heart that makes your health bar go up. Who would have ever thought? And I get the item from the dungeon, which in this case is bombs. Unlike Zelda, bombs you don't have ammo per se. It's tied to your stamina bar, as you'll see. So like I can lay bombs until I run out of stamina. But my stamina refills constantly, so. Your bombs do hurt you, which kind of sucks.
You gotta go to the throne room and then push the throne out of the way so that you can get the secret passage to the sewers.
Well, here I found Crocus the Secret Lab, that big wizard lion guy. And it was there that I would find an awful note revealing his evil plan. But I wanted to see if I could just destroy stuff, and I could. That's pretty nice. Zelda 2, in my opinion, is much better than A Link to the Past. Mimi fan, I can't agree with you. I like Zelda 2. It is not better than A Link to the Past. Officially,
yeah, no, that's
I think officially Cartridge Blowers says that's the best game of all time, right?
Yeah, we took a poll and Link to the Past won best game of all time.
yeah, that was episode 100. Please check it out.
Yeah.
Some really interesting thoughts there.
And it wasn't just us choosing it.
Yeah. Speaking of Zelda 2, like he puts the king to sleep, and it's very much kind of like Zelda and Zelda 2. You've got to find a way to play. The whole story of the game is you must wake the king up. So we're kind of sitting through this cutscene here. But I mean, like, you know, there's a story here. I don't know if it's, you know, it's not like a great epic story, right? But it's silly and simple.
That's all right. It's cute.
Yeah. Again, I don't think this is going to be like your game of the year or life changing, but it's a
No.
fun enough game for $15-20. So they're going to send the knights out to go get the ingredients to save the king. But Lily is too young. They're not going to send her out.
No.
Yeah, she's a child, man.
But she's got a sword.
But
That's
she's
responsible.
a child.
Video games have taught me children with weapons do great things.
That is true. Yeah, if you give a kid a weapon, they'll basically save the world. Basically. So even amid adventuring into dangerous lands she had only heard about stories, she must go to places even the best knights dare to enter or fear to enter. So Grandpa says she must go to, let's see, I think I forgot. Grandpa, wait, I remember. Lily must go to an ancient land known as Golem's Haven. There she will find the first ingredient for the potion, fairy clover. And so to reach Golem's Haven, she must venture south of the Blossom Castle into the wilds. So my map's been updated. I can check that. I'm gonna dip, because I mean, you know, I do want to go see the world too.
Sure.
Oh, what happened here?
Oh no. Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay, guess I didn't catch that, but
It's cool. We'll just say it was Watch Together's fault.
yeah, thanks. Watch together, you jerk. So yeah, I'm just gonna head south of the town and try and head to Golem's Haven and kind of see what the open world looks like, because to me that's the draw of Zelda games. I'm like, a lot of people complain about Breath of the Wild not having legit dungeons, but I don't care about dungeons. I care about the open world for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, yeah, so you can cut grass, because why wouldn't you be able to? There's signs tell you where to go. Golem's Haven is to the west. I was like, can I cut down the sign? Of course I can.
Of course you can.
Good. I found out later I can kill those butterflies and they give me things, which is kind of
Aw.
messed up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked, honestly.
So yeah, these are kind of like your basic like slime enemies, you know, little mushrooms with faces. Like the music even kind of has like a general melodic progression that reminds me of Zelda music. But the enemies aren't the same. The world is obviously designed differently. I wanted to mess with the options a little bit. kind of look at the screen. They keep a log of everything that's said. I don't know why you would ever need that, but it's there. And the item screen looks very familiar. I'm not sure why I'm collecting mushrooms, but apparently there's a reason for it.
It's the currency.
Yeah, it's I'm collecting coins and mushrooms. Oh, shit.
Oh, there's your Octorok.
Yep, there he is. We both had Octoroks, Cody.
We did. Yours is more blatantly Octorok.
Yeah. Like, he's an octopus thing shooting rocks at me. That's an Octorok.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit.
Them blow-em-ups are real pretty.
Yeah, no, it's, it's pixelated graphics, but it's very well done pixelated graphics. Like you do these days.
Absolutely.
And so we go down here, and at the end of the dock, waited an old druid on his boat. He was Lily's only hope of reaching Golem's Haven. And so, I just go ask him, and he takes me. You'd think there would be some kind of like trade or anything,
right?
But yeah.
Like, no, I take random kids all the time.
And that's the first 12, 13 minutes or so of Blossom Tales.
Nice.
Minus,
it looks good.
Yeah, I didn't do any like talking to people. I'm sure there are side quests.
Yeah.
But like I just kind of beeline through the main quest there to kind of show you what the world looked like and what a dungeon looked like, and it's a decent Zelda clone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely, at the very least, a very strong homage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right on. So that's what we played this week. Nikki had worst game, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, you did. Very much so. Matt had best game.
Yeah.
Mine would have been decent-ish if I had a better copy.
Your game was fine.
Probably. Anyway, let's talk about what we're going to play next time we get together.
Ooh.
All right. So, if you've been paying attention, this is what episode number is this, Cody?
138.
138. If you've been watching all 138 episodes of Cartridge Blowers, you are in for a retread, because next week is a theme we haven't had in since episode, I believe, 46.
Wow.
A long time ago. It's rerun week. We're going to pick games that other people played that we really wanted to get our hands on.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to go back through the archives. And I'm going to find a game that Cody or Nikki played that I really wanted to try, and I'm going to bring it to you next week and give you my own spin on it.
All right, guys, that's what we have to look forward to. But until then, I'm Cody Coleman. With me, as always, is Nikki Wright.
Hi.
And Matt Crua.
Now I'm serious again.
Till next time, don't die. But Matt, they should do something. What should they do?
Support his sports career. Donate to my GoFundMe. And keep on blowing.
Fair enough.